confidence is absolutely crucial to your success. Confidence gives you the ability to believe in yourself. It gives you the ability to overcome your fears and get started, to stand up for yourself, to say no to the people and things that aren't serving your life, and yes to the things that are. So it's absolutely crucial that you have confidence. So this week I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to boost your confidence. And also make sure you stick around to the end. I'm going to give a bonus tip and a free tool you can use to boost your confidence every single day. I'm Ryder, and on this channel I talk about strategies for leadership and personal development. I put out new videos every Friday, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Tip number 1 is to know your strengths. It's important that you know what you're good at and look for opportunities to use those strengths in everything you do so that you can really shine and be confident about what you're doing. Now, if you don't know what you're good at, I've mentioned before, there's a great book called StrengthsFinder 2.0, and I'll put a link for that in the description below. And it comes with a code that you enter and take a test online, and it'll help you identify your top 5 strengths. So that's a pretty awesome start. Also, I've got another free tool. If you go, once again, the description below, I'll give you a link to my Find Your Why. It's a free 15-minute video course, and it actually comes with a worksheet that you can download and kind of work through brainstorming what you're good at, what are your skills and talents, what are you passionate about. So that'll really help you hone in on what you're good at and where you need to be focusing your strengths. All right, so tip number 2 is to remember your wins. You want to surround yourself with things that make you feel confident. So that not only goes for work, it also goes for play. So at work, you can write down the things you accomplished. Maybe you finished a cool project. Maybe you got a new idea passed through. It made a big change for your workplace. Anything you do, you want to write it down, and then you can bring those things back up. It'll help you in your performance review. It'll help you shape out your resume for future opportunities. And also, like I said, you want to remember things outside of work too. Like I've got pictures in my office of me kayaking, and those things instantly bring me back to a place of confidence because I had to overcome fears to do those things. So maybe you did a marathon. You can have your medal up in your office. Maybe you did a ropes course on vacation. Did you get a picture? Put that up in your office. Just keep yourself surrounded with things that make you feel strong and confident. Tip number 3 is practice, practice, practice. I had to do a big presentation in front of a conference full of people. There were hundreds of people, including VPs from my company there, and I practiced that presentation over and over and over again because it was a TED style presentation, if you're familiar with that. So it was basically 15 minutes with 11 slides, pretty much just pictures. So when I got up there, I had to know exactly what I was going to say. And I pretty much, even though I was nervous when I started out, I went into autopilot because I practiced so much that I knew exactly what I was going to do, and it went smooth as can be. So if you practice enough, you'll have confidence just knowing that you're super prepared for what it is you're about to do. Tip number 4 is to strike a pose. So they have proven in multiple studies now that by striking power poses, you actually raise your testosterone level in both men and women and instantly feel more confident. So what's a power pose? Well, think of it like making yourself big. So it might be the kind of the Wonder Woman pose, if you're familiar with that, with the hands on the hips, or a V, like you see somebody crossing the finish line of a big race. So these things where you're getting yourself big and posing and getting wide, it just makes you feel more confident. I feel more confident already, right? Just kidding. But have fun with it. Take a minute to kind of get yourself prepared. If you're walking into a big interview, maybe get off to where nobody can see you and kind of pose and fire yourself up and get ready to go in there and show them who you are and what you're about. All right, so tip number 5 is to model a real or fictional character that you admire. So maybe you really look up to Steve Jobs and you're in a high pressure situation and think, hey, what would Steve Jobs do in this situation? Or maybe you're a fan of Batman like myself, and you're not feeling real confident, but you're like, hey, I can be like Batman. What would Batman do in this situation? Or what would Bruce Wayne, the billionaire, do in this situation? So by modeling how they would react in that situation you're in, you take a more confident role by just modeling behaviors of somebody you look up to. All right, so now it's time for this week's bonus, and that is positive reinforcement. Every day I start my day by looking in the mirror, and I have posted there what I call the Fearless Manifesto. And it's a series of positive statements that I read out loud both at morning and at night, and it kind of instantly puts me in a little more positive mood and kind of gives me a more confident approach to my day. And I've also taken that and broken it down into alarms that I put in my smartphone. So throughout the day, I'm getting these little reminders to kind of keep me on track and keep me confident and being my best self. And I'm going to put a link in the description below, and you can actually go to my website and download that for free. So very cool little bonus for you there. If you like this video, hit the like button below, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.